fact that we are in contact with the extraterrestrials shouldn't be hidden from the people. MJ-12 functions as a policy-making group relating to extraterrestrial activities and contacts and UFO activities within the United States. They make the policy, obtain presidential approval, and then field activities implement the policies.
How did you acquire the MJ-12 documents?
Well, they were mailed to me in a plain brown envelope, which contained President Truman's executive order establishing MJ-12 and the briefing document to President-elect Eisenhower, informing him of the 1947 crash in Roswell, New Mexico, and the recovery of alien bodies. Now then, there were follow-up postcards, Ethiopian picture postcards mailed from New Zealand with puzzles and riddles.
Right, the puzzles were clues. For example, for a stylish look, shop Suitland. This led us to the National Repository in Suitland, Maryland, where we discovered the existence of top-secret documents and filed a Freedom of Information request, which led us further to the Cutler-Twining document.
Now, all of our meetings with Falcon were secret.
Now, wait, gentlemen. Riddles, postcards, secret meetings, code words. Didn't you suspect somebody was pulling your leg?
Well, we always looked for a hoax, but within every clue, there was always some verifiable fact.
So you were able to verify MJ-12?
Validating MJ-12 was difficult because we couldn't find any government agency that would admit publicly that they were aware of MJ-12's existence.
Well, so without validating it, how do you get from there to here?
Well, after hundreds of hours of research, we're working with experts trying to validate the documents. But most important, the contacts have grown to include Falcon and 9 other government agents.
Now, why do you believe them?
Well, because we've been able to meet with them, we've been able to check and verify credentials, and it's clear that they are in secret, need-to-know positions. Falcon's position, for example, gives him access to the MJ-12 infrastructure. Why don't we just hear it in his own words?
MJ-12 was a group of people within the government. MJ-12 was created by President Truman in the early 50s. And their job was to investigate, keep track of information pertaining to UFOs. Part of their job was scientific advancements. But their primary purpose was to keep track of the information coming in on UFOs and to analyze the information, both scientifically and in a way that would advance our technology. There are government officials and elected officials that are automatically briefed on the existence of the MJ-12 activities. These officials include the President, the Vice President, as elected officials, the Director of Central Intelligence, and the Director of the National Security Agency. The MJ-12 policy is headquartered at the Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C. The United States Navy has the primary operational responsibilities of field activities relating to the MJ-12 policies. All information gathered in the field, not necessarily by Navy personnel, is transmitted to the Navy for analysis. The fact that I've proven my identity to you, showed you my credentials, and verified my existence within the intelligence community. You also have some of my colleagues who have verified the same information.
We asked Falcon where he found out so much about extraterrestrial biological entities, or EBEs.
This book, or called the Bible within the MJ-12 community, contains historically everything that occurred from the Truman era up through the 3 aliens being gifts to the United States government, technological data gathered from the aliens, medical history gathered from dead aliens that were found in the desert, autopsy information gathered from dead aliens found in the deserts, and information obtained from the extraterrestrials regarding their social structure and their information pertaining to the universe.
Was there an additional source of information?
Presently, as of the year 1988, there is one extraterrestrial being. He's a guest of the United States government, and he's remained hidden from public view. The Yellow Book is a book that was exclusively written by the second alien. The book relates to the aliens' planet, solar system, suns, the culture, and society makeup on the planet, the social structure of the aliens, and the aliens' life among Earthlings. What was most intriguing to me in my experience with the aliens is I believe, an octagon-shaped crystal, which when held in the alien's hand and viewed by a second person, displays pictures. These pictures can be of the alien's home planet or pictures of Earth many thousands of years ago.
We asked where the EBEs came from.
He was in the Zeta Reticuli star group. Understanding is that 3 different aliens of the same species have resided within the United States from 1948 or 49 until present day. The first alien was captured in the New Mexican desert after its craft crashed. The alien, which was named Eva by the government, was kept in captivity for 3 years. We learned a great deal of information about the aliens' race, culture, and spacecraft. The second alien was part of an exchange program. I don't recall what year that alien visited. The third alien was also part of an exchange program and has been a guest of the United States government since 1982.
We asked what they looked like, a run-of-the-mill EB.
A creature about 3'4" to 3'8" tall. Their eyes are extremely large, almost insect style. Their eyes have a couple of different inner lids. The days were extremely bright, probably twice to 3 times as bright as ours, and I think they have just 2 openings where our nose would be. They have a small mouth. They have no teeth as we know it. They have a hard gum-like area. Their internal organs are quite simple. They have a one organ which does the job of our heart and lungs. Their digestive system is really simple. Their skin structure is extremely, it's a very elastic skin and hard, probably hardening from their sun. They have some basic organs. Their brain is more complex than ours. It has several different lobes than ours have. Their eyes are where our eyes are controlled by the back of our head. Theirs is controlled by the front of the brain. Their hearing is quite better than ours, almost better than the dog's. Small areas. Their sexual organs they have males and females. Their kidney and bladder is one organ. They excrete waste. They have another organ, which I don't know if our scientists determined what it was for, but they believe it's to transfer the solid wastes and the liquid wastes. They have hands without thumbs. They have 4 fingers without any thumbs. Their feet are web-like, small web-like.
So many questions occur. Do they believe in a supreme being? What's their intelligence level? What's their average lifespan?
It's approximately 350 to 400 Earth years. It's my understanding that the aliens have an IQ of over 200. They have a religion, but it's a universal religion. They believe in the universe as a supreme being. The aliens enjoy music, all types of music, but especially ancient Tibetan style music. I personally feel that this information should be presented to the public. There's only a small portion of the information that we've gathered from the extraterrestrial that should be safeguarded or classified.
In the early 80s, it was my job to confuse the UFO community. And it was very easy to convince Paul. Paul was a World War II veteran. He's very patriotic. He always flew his flag. Those type of people you can convince that, listen, you can't tell anybody else about this because this, it could get in the wrong hands.
Would we use perception to help shroud what we're trying to protect? Absolutely.
If Doty had this wonderful way to sell it, I'm with the government, you cooperate with us, and I'm going to tell you what the government really knows about UFOs deep down in those vaults. I'm going to tell you all kinds of lies.
Whatever's going on, it's happening at a government level. Everything that I do is being watched. And I have to assume that I'm being bugged.
Let's take one step at a time. You're looking at Richard Doty, the professional disinformer, trained to lie.